Ladies, have you ever stopped to wonder what men truly notice about you? What if I told you that it's not your outward appearance, your clothes, or the smile on your face that truly captivates them? What if I told you that the way you see yourself, the way you believe in your worth, is what resonates most powerfully with those around you? It's easy to focus on the external, what we wear, how we look, how we present ourselves to the world. But the truth is, what men are really noticing is far more subtle, far more profound. Men are tuned in to something far deeper than what meets the eye. This sets the tone for the deeper insights that follow, focusing on internal qualities that impact how others perceive you. Men notice the energy you radiate far more than the clothes you wear or the smile on your face. It's not the external appearance, but the internal belief you hold about yourself that truly captivates them. The energy you project, your aura, your very presence. These are the things that leave a lasting impression. When you carry yourself with confidence and self belief, it speaks to men in ways that words never could. So it's almost as if they can sense that you are comfortable in your own skin, that you don't need external validation to feel good about yourself. This self assuredness is magnetic. It's an unspoken language that communicates to the world that you know your worth, that you recognize your own value, and you stand firmly in that knowing. The reason this energy is so powerful is because it doesn't come from a place of ego or pride. It comes from a deep, unwavering belief that you are enough just as you are. You don't need to prove yourself to anyone. You've already accepted yourself, flaws and all. It's this acceptance that radiates outward and draws others in. And men, whether they are conscious of it or not, notice this. It's not about perfection, because perfection is a myth. He, Schrotzfer, is about alignment. When you believe in your worth, you create an energy field around you that naturally attracts people who resonate with that belief. Think of it this way. Imagine two women in a room. One is self-conscious, unsure of herself, constantly seeking reassurance from others. Her energy is scattered, and she's always trying to project a certain image to fit in. The other woman is confident, calm, and comfortable with who she is. She doesn't need approval from anyone to feel good about herself. She is grounded in her sense of self-worth, and that inner peace radiates outward. Out there is no rhyme or reason. She looks in at her mind. Which one do you think draws more attention? The latter. It's not because of her appearance or what she's wearing, it's because her energy speaks volumes. She doesn't need to say a word, and yet everyone can feel her presence. This is the power of inner belief. When you believe in yourself, when you know deep down that you are worthy of love, respect, and success, the world responds to that belief. You no longer need to chase after approval or recognition from others. Your own belief in yourself becomes the magnet that attracts everything you desire. It's an energy that transcends physical attributes, an energy that resonates with the deepest part of those around you. This kind of self-belief isn't something that happens overnight. It's a journey, a process of peeling back layers of doubt, fear, and insecurity. It takes time to build, and sometimes it requires unlearning old patterns and beliefs that no longer serve you. But once you begin to truly believe in your own worth, everything shifts. You stop doubting yourself, you stop second-guessing your choices, and you start living in alignment with your true self. I am paid man. In addition to believing yourself, your self-discovery also helps you know what your own worth is. What's amazing about this process is that once you start believing in your own value, the world begins to reflect that belief back to you. People will treat you with more respect, more admiration, and more care because they are simply mirroring the energy you are putting out. When you know your worth, others will recognize it, even if they can't fully articulate why. It's like a silent agreement between you and the universe. When you believe in yourself, everything around you begins to fall into place. Men, in particular, are highly attuned to this energy. They can sense when a woman is truly comfortable in her own skin, when she believes in her worth and doesn't need to chase after approval. It's a rare and attractive quality because it shows that you are not dependent on anyone else to feel whole. You have already cultivated a sense of self-worth from within, and that is incredibly powerful. So, how do you begin to cultivate this inner belief? It starts with self-awareness. It's about recognizing your own value, even on the days when you feel less than perfect. It's about acknowledging your strengths, your talents, and your uniqueness. It's about accepting yourself for who you are, not who you think you should be. And it's about understanding that you are deserving of all the love, respect, and success that the world has to offer. When you start to embody this self belief, you'll notice that things begin to shift. The people around you will treat you differently. Men will notice your confidence, your sense of self worth, and they will be drawn to that energy. And the best part is, you won't have to do anything to try to attract them. You simply be living your truth, and that in itself will be enough to create the connections and relationships you desire. In the end, the key to attracting the right people into your life, especially men, is not about chasing after them or seeking their approval. It's about cultivating a deep and unwavering belief in your own value. When you believe in yourself, everything else falls into place. Your energy will attract the right people, the right opportunities, and the right experiences because you are aligned with your true self. And that is the most powerful thing you can do, not only for yourself, but for the world around you. Men notice the way you love yourself, even if you don't realize it. There is a powerful energy that comes from a woman who holds herself in high regard. This energy is not about being vain or narcissistic. It's about the deep respect and kindness you show toward yourself, even in the moments when no one is watching. It's the quiet confidence that radiates from within when you acknowledge your own worth and treat yourself with the same love and care that you would offer someone else. This energy is magnetic. Men pick up on it, even if they don't always consciously acknowledge it. It's felt, not just seen. Self love is the foundation of all healthy relationships. If you do not value yourself, how can you expect anyone else to do the same? The way you treat yourself sets the standard for how others will treat you. When you consistently show up for yourself, whether it's by honoring your own needs, setting boundaries, or speaking kindly to yourself, you create a powerful signal to the world that you deserve respect, care, and love. Help men notice when you are not constantly seeking validation from others, when you don't need external praise to feel good about who you are. They notice the quiet strength in your self sufficiency, the confidence in your own ability to meet your own emotional needs. A woman who truly loves herself understands that her worth is not dependent on the opinions or approval of others. She knows that she is enough just as she is, without needing to change or prove anything to anyone. This kind of self love is not about perfection or about having everything figured out. It's about accepting yourself fully with all your flaws, mistakes, and imperfections. It's about embracing your humanity and recognizing that you are worthy of love simply because you exist. Men notice when you are comfortable in your own skin. They can tell when you are genuinely at ease with who you are, and this makes you incredibly attractive. There's something magnetic about a woman who isn't seeking to impress, who isn't constantly striving to be someone she's not. A woman who loves herself naturally exudes a sense of calm and confidence that draws others in. This doesn't mean that you have to be flawless or always put together. Oh, in fact, it's often the opposite. It's the woman who is authentic, who isn't afraid to show vulnerability, who doesn't pretend to have all the answers, that men find most captivating. Self love also means showing yourself compassion in times of failure or struggle. Men notice how you treat yourself during the difficult moments, the times when things don't go as planned, when you make mistakes, or when you feel down. A woman who practices self love will be gentle with herself, even in her hardest moments. She doesn't berate herself or wallow in self pity. Instead, she recognizes that these moments are part of her growth and learning, and she treats herself with kindness and understanding. This ability to be gentle with yourself, to rise after setbacks with grace, is something that men deeply respect. They see strength in that softness, power in that resilience. When you love yourself, you stop relying on external validation to feel good about yourself. You stop looking for approval from men, friends, or family to validate your worth. Instead, you begin to trust your own judgment, to make decisions based on what feels right for you rather than what will please others. This shift is profound. Men notice this independence, this self assurance. They are drawn to women who are not dependent on them for their sense of self-worth. Unless a woman who loves herself doesn't need anyone to complete her. She is already whole. Furthermore, when you love yourself, you also learn to set healthy boundaries. You understand that your time, energy, and emotions are valuable, and you are willing to protect them. Men notice when you have the strength to say no when something doesn't align with your values, or when you need space to care for yourself. This doesn't make you less approachable, it makes you more so. Men respect women who know what they need and who are unapologetic about taking care of themselves. Another key element of self love is self care, taking time for yourself, whether it's through meditation, exercise, pursuing hobbies, or simply resting, sends a powerful message that you value your well being. Men notice when you make time for your own needs, when you prioritize your mental, emotional, and physical health. It's not about perfection, but about showing up for yourself consistently, about nurturing your body and mind with kindness. When you practice self care, you teach those around you to do the same, and this sets a powerful example. In the end, the way you love yourself is a direct reflection of the love you will attract. Men can feel the difference between a woman who seeks validation outside of herself and a woman who is already whole. The more you nurture your own self love, the more others will respect and honor you. You create an energy that draws men who value and respect you for who you truly are, not for who you pretend to be. They react when you react. They look within and not at the external. And in turn, you will find that love flows into your life more effortlessly because you are already in alignment with the love you deserve. When you love yourself, you raise your vibration to a level where only love, respect, and positivity can match it. And that, my dear, is the ultimate key to creating a fulfilling and lasting relationship. Men notice the way you show up emotionally, the way you engage with the world around you from an emotional place. It's not just about how you look or how you speak, it's about how you are present, how you connect with others on a deeper level. Men are highly attuned to the emotional energy a woman brings into a room. Whether you're aware of it or not, your emotional state is something they pick up on almost immediately. A woman who is emotionally present, who is in tune with her own feelings and open to sharing them, creates an undeniable magnetism. And when you are emotionally present, you're not distracted by past regrets or future worries. You are fully engaged in the moment, in the conversation, in the experience. You listen with intention, connect with sincerity, and share your thoughts with authenticity. This presence is felt deeply by men because it creates a space where they can also be vulnerable and open. Men appreciate a woman who can be emotionally available, who doesn't shut herself off behind walls of resistance or avoidance. There's something powerful about a woman who is open, who isn't afraid to express her feelings, whether they are joy, excitement, sadness, or frustration. This emotional availability creates a safe space for connection, and men are naturally drawn to that. However, emotional presence isn't just about being open with your feelings. It's also about how you manage your emotions. Men notice how you respond to situations, how you handle stress, conflict, or even disappointment. A woman who is emotionally balanced, who doesn't let her emotions control her or take over in difficult moments, demonstrates strength and maturity. Men admire this ability to stay grounded, to be in control of one's emotional world. They recognize that emotional stability is a sign of personal growth and emotional intelligence, traits that are highly attractive. On the other hand, when you are emotionally disconnected or distant, men sense that too. If you're constantly in your head, analyzing every interaction, overthinking every word spoken, it creates a barrier. Men pick up on emotional walls, even if they aren't clearly visible. This emotional detachment can be a defense mechanism, a way to protect yourself from vulnerability, but it also keeps you from truly connecting with others. When you're not emotionally available or present, it's hard for others, especially men, to feel a deep connection with you. They may not always understand why they feel distant, but it's because you're not fully allowing yourself to engage in the moment, to give of yourself emotionally. Being emotionally present also means being in tune with your own emotional needs. Men notice when a woman is self aware enough to understand what she needs to feel happy, secure, and fulfilled. A woman who can articulate her emotions and needs, who knows what she requires in relationships or in life, is incredibly attractive. It shows that she values herself enough to not settle for less than what she deserves. Men are drawn to this sense of self respect, to the woman who knows when to speak up, when to ask for help, and when to set boundaries. This emotional clarity is something that men deeply respect because it shows a level of self awareness and emotional maturity that is rare. Another important aspect of emotional presence is empathy. Men notice when you are attuned to their emotions, when you take the time to understand what they are feeling, even without words. A woman who is empathetic, who listens with compassion and non judgmental, creates a deep emotional bond with those around her. Empathy is a bridge that connects two people, allowing them to understand each other's experiences, feelings, and perspectives. When you show genuine care for another person's emotional state, when you make the effort to understand them, it strengthens the connection between you. You even know you happen to be old enough to be. Emotional presence is also about being honest with your emotions rather than suppressing them. Men notice when a woman is comfortable expressing her true feelings, whether it's joy, sadness, excitement, or frustration. There's no need to hide or mask what you feel. Men appreciate a woman who is transparent, who doesn't play games with her emotions. When you are able to share your emotions authentically, it creates an atmosphere of trust and vulnerability. The next tip: men are drawn to women who are not afraid to be real, who can express their feelings without fear of judgment. This authenticity creates a space where both partners can be true to themselves, fostering a deeper connection. Ultimately, emotional presence is about showing up as your full, authentic self. It's about being open, engaged, and connected not just with the world around you, but with yourself. Men notice when a woman is emotionally present, when she's not hiding behind masks or playing roles. They are drawn to the woman who can feel deeply, who can engage with life wholeheartedly, and who is not afraid to be vulnerable. This emotional authenticity is magnetic because it creates a space of mutual respect, trust, and understanding. Men value women who are emotionally available and who create a safe, nurturing space for emotional connection. When you are emotionally present, you not only attract men who value your emotional depth, but you also create more meaningful and fulfilling relationships. Men are incredibly attuned to your nonverbal cues, the subtle, often unconscious ways you communicate without speaking a word. Your body language, your posture, the way you move, all of these things tell a story. They convey feelings, thoughts, and emotions that words cannot express. Even when you're not speaking, men are watching and interpreting these silent signals, which are often more powerful than what you say aloud. Your body language speaks volumes about your confidence, your comfort level, and how you feel about yourself and those around you. It's a silent communication that can draw people in or push them away, depending on how you carry yourself. When you stand tall, when you make eye contact and hold it with ease, men notice. These simple yet profound gestures communicate that you are confident, secure in yourself, and open to connection. Confidence isn't about arrogance, it's about being at ease with who you are. Men notice when a woman stands with her shoulders back, her head held high, and her body relaxed but engaged. It's the quiet power of a woman who knows her worth, and it's magnetic. This kind of body language shows that you're comfortable in your own skin and not afraid to take up space in the world. It invites others to engage with you, to approach you, and to interact with you on a deeper level. On the other hand, when your posture is closed off, when you hunch your shoulders, look down, or avoid eye contact, Men sense this too. It signals a lack of confidence, perhaps even self-doubt or discomfort. It's not about being physically perfect, it's about the energy you project through your movements. When you are physically withdrawn or closed off, it can make others feel that you are unavailable or disinterested. Even if that's not the case, men can feel the emotional distance created by these nonverbal cues, even if they don't fully understand why. Your body language tells them if you are approachable, open to connection, or if you are closed off and defensive. The way you move also plays a crucial role in how men perceive you. There is a grace and fluidity in the way you carry yourself when you are confident and comfortable with who you are. Men notice how you walk, how you use your hands when you speak, and even the way you gesture. Are you expressive with your hands, or do you keep them stiff at your sides? Are your movements fluid and natural, or do they feel forced and tense? I, the ease with which you move through space can convey a sense of calm, confidence, and approachability. When you are physically relaxed and at ease, you invite connection. Men can feel that ease, that openness, and it creates a sense of comfort around you. Moreover, the way you touch or don't touch others communicates your level of engagement and interest. Men are highly attuned to physical touch, whether it's a gentle tap on the arm, a playful touch on the shoulder, or a hand resting on someone's knee. These small gestures carry a significant amount of weight. They show your interest, your warmth, and your desire to connect. On the flip side, when you avoid touch, when you keep a physical distance, it can signal that you are closed off or unapproachable. Men notice this too, and it can create a subtle barrier to deeper connection. The way you use touch to communicate can either invite closeness or maintain space, and men are always reading these signals. Another key aspect of nonverbal communication is your facial expressions. Men are constantly reading your face, looking for clues about how you feel. A genuine smile, for instance, is incredibly powerful. It conveys warmth, openness, and an invitation to connect. A smile that reaches your eyes is even more magnetic because it shows authenticity and genuine joy. It says that you are happy to be where you are with the people around you and that you are engaged in the moment. On the other hand, a tight or forced smile or a lack of expression can signal disinterest or discomfort. Men notice when your facial expressions don't align with your words, and they can often sense that something is off, even if they don't fully understand why. A woman who has a relaxed, authentic facial expression naturally draws people to her, making them feel comfortable and safe in her presence. Ah, you see why she has always given me a feeling of trust within her. You no longer need to hide the words with her. Your gaze is another powerful form of nonverbal communication. Men can feel when you are truly listening to them, when your eyes lock with theirs in genuine connection. Eye contact is a form of intimacy that creates a bond between people. When you make eye contact, it shows that you are present, engaged, and interested in what the other person has to say. Avoiding eye contact, on the other hand, can signal insecurity or disinterest. Men are keenly aware of how much or how little eye contact is made, and they often use this as a gauge for how emotionally available you are. A woman who holds eye contact with ease and comfort sends a message of confidence and openness, which draws men in. Overall, your nonverbal cues are a reflection of your inner world. They are a direct manifestation of your emotions, beliefs, and self-perception. Men notice these cues because they give them insight into how you feel about yourself and how open you are to connecting with others. When you are relaxed, open, and confident in your body language, it signals that you are emotionally available, that you are ready to engage with the world in a positive and authentic way. On the other hand, when your body language is closed, tense, or withdrawn, it signals the opposite. Men are naturally drawn to women who project an open, inviting energy, those who are at ease with themselves and others. These nonverbal signals create an emotional landscape that shapes the way people perceive you. And in the case of men, it shapes the way they are drawn to you. Men notice the way you carry yourself through challenges, the resilience and strength you display when life gets tough. It's not always the grand gestures or the big wins that they remember, but the quiet courage you show during the moments of hardship. When faced with adversity, the way you respond, how you navigate the storm, speaks volumes about your character. Men notice when a woman doesn't crumble under pressure, when she stands tall in the face of difficulty and rises, no matter how many times life knocks her down. This kind of inner strength is incredibly attractive. It shows that you are not only capable of weathering the storms of life, but that you do so with grace, dignity, and a sense of purpose. Resilience is about bouncing back, but it's also about growth. Men notice when you use challenges as opportunities for personal development. They can sense when a woman isn't defeated by her struggles, but instead chooses to learn from them and grow stronger. This doesn't mean pretending that everything is okay when it's not, or pushing through in an unhealthy way. It's about acknowledging the difficulty, feeling the emotions, and then making the conscious decision to move forward. And the thing that's crucial to understand, men admire women who are not afraid to feel deeply, but also know how to navigate those emotions with wisdom and strength. They see this resilience not just as an ability to endure, but as a form of emotional intelligence, an understanding that life is full of ups and downs, and that it's our response to those challenges that defines us.